So when you're looking at how do you make a good conclusion, you look at all of the information. How do the details fit together? How does that fit in with what you already know? Making that inference and then turning that inference into like a long game inference. Is there enough detail to draw a conclusion? Maybe you can make a guess, but you're not sure. You need some more information. So you can test your conclusion. Does it make sense? And if it doesn't, then you tweak it. So let's try a little baby exercise. We're on slide 11. I have a problem. The fact is, I made some holiday treats and there are 2 missing. So what happened to those 2 treats? I want you to make an initial snap judgment guess who ate them. Where are they? So use your response. You can respond and type. You could just type A, B, C, D. That's fine. Who do you think ate the holiday treats I made? And that's a picture of us. We got our Christmas tree this weekend. That was nice. Okay, I see 3 people have guessed. So this is your initial gut response. I told you that some treats are gone. Where'd they go? What happened to them? Ooh, we think my daughter. We think my husband and my daughter. Ooh, I like how you're combining like A and B. Good stuff. Okay, I'm going to give you some more information. More information is my husband is currently at work when I noticed this. Lorelai is at daycare when I noticed this. And my husband took Lorelai to daycare. Does this change anything? So write your response again. Is it the same? Is it still A? Is it still A and B? What is your response? Okay, Haley, Keslin, Quincy, you with us? Okay. Oh, we've got a lot more. We're going, a lot more people are thinking it's me now, since the house is empty. Here's some more stuff. So the holiday treats that I made were cream cheese Oreo balls, like this. And my daughter is allergic to dairy. So now that you have that piece of information, take another guess. Does this page let you guess? I forgot. I don't think this page lets you guess. But how does this new information maybe change your previous guess? And I'll reveal to you in this completely hypothetical scenario what happened. I ate one and I gave one to my husband on his way out the door. So I walk you through this to show you that sometimes we are really quick to judge something and we need a little bit more information to say, well, is that still true if? Is it still true if this happens? Is it still true if this happens? Because that helps us create longer term conclusions. So our inference is like our short, educated guess. Our conclusion is like, well, is that what's going to happen later on down the road? They're very similar, inferences and conclusions. So what I want to do now is walk you through this guess, or this, not this guess, this sample from one of my favorite books, and it's a beautiful movie. They just came out with another one fairly recently, The Secret Garden. Okay. So in The Secret Garden, I'm going to read some passages to you, and I will ask you questions. I will poke your brain to help you identify places where you might be drawing conclusions or where it would be a good place to start drawing conclusions. So this is our scene. Can you imagine this? This is the moors of England. It's rolling hills and fairly flat and boggy and marshy. It would be kind of like if you took this area, but you took all the trees down. So it rains a lot. It's kind of gloomy. And then our additional setting is an old manor house. So think of like a giant castle looking house in this cold, desolate landscape. Hi, Shane. In the beginning of the book, it starts out in India, and our lead character, her name is Mary, and her parents die in a cholera epidemic. So cholera is a disease that happens when sewer lines are too close to open water sources. Ugh. And she is sent to Yorkshire, to this moor, to this giant home, to live with her uncle, who like she doesn't even see because the place is so big. So her home is full of mysteries. There's a gated garden with no key. There's like no way to get in. There's just this big wall. And periodically in the night, it sounds like someone's crying. So I want you to make a conclusion. What happens in this book? So make an end game guess. You can write your response in here. What do you think might happen? So she's in this wet, kind of Pacific Northwest rainy style place. It's a big, mysterious home. There's a gated garden. There's no key to get in. And now somebody's crying in the middle of the night, or it sounds like the wind is crying. What might happen? You use your knowledge of spooky stories. Okay, we have some thoughts. Ooh, she might follow this weird, mysterious sound. She's all by herself. Like, she has very little adult supervision. She's like 12. Okay, so I'm going to start reading the excerpts. You never know what the weather will do in Yorkshire, particularly in the springtime. Mary was awakened in the night by the sound of rain beating with heavy drops against her window. It was pouring down in torrents, and the wind was whirring around the corners and in the chimneys of the huge old house. She sat up in bed and felt miserable and angry. So look at this opening sentence. You never know what the weather will do. What word, pick one word that you think best describes this passage. So if you click on the slide, you have some different word choices. Is this creepy? Is this happy? What emotion is the reader supposed to be feeling? It's the middle of the night. Really rainy. I think I would agree with A, that it says you don't know what it will do. So it makes us think, well, what will happen?